Alright, so, I know, not my usual format for a video, right? But we're gonna do something, right? Actually, colored blocks. We're gonna take a blue wool, a pink wool, and then, you know what, let's do a green wool. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do blue, and then we're going to do, and actually let's do oblong blue. Actually, an even better idea. Let's just do this, so that way it's even and it doesn't set off my OCD. And then we've got the minority group up here, right? So, the premise of this video, right? It's the quote-unquote Gay Pride Month, or whatever. But here's the thing, right? All of this division that they're causing in society with this Gay Pride Month is like this. So here we've got guys, here we've got girls, and then we've got the queer people up here, right? I might be a Christian, which means that I am a very firm believer in the Lord Almighty, which means that I love God with everything that I am, no exceptions, right? Some people think that I hate those people because of this. Nah, not true. I don't hate them, I hate the action. It says in the Bible, hate the sin, not the sinner. I don't hate anybody, and I can strongly dislike people. I can hate what they do. But all this Pride Month, that Pride Month, that's like a white Pride Month, black Pride Month. There isn't a white Pride Month. There shouldn't be any Pride Months for anybody. I'm white. I don't want a Pride Month. But anyway, this division right here is a problem because what they're doing is this. They are, by making Pride Months for anything like Women's History Month or women, I know there's a month for women, they've made a divide, right? They have completely separated all of us. And that goes the same for all of the races as well. The Chinese, the Japanese, and the blacks, and the Hispanics, and however you want to call any of them, it separates us, right? This has got to stop. Because eventually, the divide is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until all of us hate each other. Like this. We're all just going to end up hating each other. And what does that do for us? How does that help society? How does that help us grow, make better farms? How does that help scientists make better ways to do anything? How does that help comedians to make jokes? This limits society. This is a problem, right? So, recently, I came across a post online, and I agreed with it. And essentially, along the lines, it was saying that instead of... Hold on, let me get a sign. I'm trying to make this like as plain of analogies as I can. So instead of, let's just call it Rainbow Month. So instead of this, I strongly think that we should go more towards this, because this, it is a form of trying to help people. It's trying to be kind, and it's trying to show support for people that we already don't show support for to begin with. In fact, most people hate this kind of people. I think we should have a men's mental health month. And there's more and more people thinking like this. And I'm not saying what men want is not to sit down and cry about their problems. Men don't want that, right? But so many men, just for being men, for having jobs, for having a life, are told that they're cringe, that they should kill themselves, that they should do any number of horrible things to themselves because they're just horrible people for being men. But think about it this way, right? Like the phone that you might watch this video on, the computer that you might watch this video on, all of that was invented by men. And like, for example, the original feminists were men. Men created the ideal of feminism. That was a guy thing. Men did it because men thought it was unfair that only men could get drafted. And so men said, we're going to give women equal rights, but that also comes with the draft. Men did that. Men fought for the equal rights of any people in America. Men did that. So to say that men are the evil propagators and men absolutely domineer the women is, and especially in this era, not true. If anything, men are secluded from everything else. Especially from what I've experienced, men have been secluded from a lot. And there might be some women on the side of men. Some. But everybody else pretty much agrees that men are bad. So while the women and the queers can get along mostly, then they both hate on the men, and then they're grouped together. The hate has to stop somewhere. I don't hate anybody. I don't care what anyone says. I don't hate anybody. I never have hated anybody. I disagree with things, but I don't hate anyone. We need to stop all of this hate. If we're going to be a society, right? If we're going to do anything like this, like build a society, build massive cities, build infrastructure and all these things, and then become divided because of some opinions here or there, then that just makes society lesser. We're just devolving at that point. Okay? Right? So, like, everybody has their opinions, right? Some people might say, well, I like light blue, I like purple, right? No one's saying that either of them are wrong. And there might be the occasional sarcastic argument that, oh, well, blue is better than purple. It doesn't matter. It's an opinion. Opinions don't matter. Opinions are up in the air. They don't matter. Whatever your opinion is, it doesn't matter. There are some things that do matter, like saying that, oh, well, black people don't deserve to live. That's wrong. That's not right. It's the same thing to say to white people. To say that to a white person isn't right either. We're all alive. We're all breathing. So, this month, the 6th month of the year, I want to ask all of you to try and get into Men's Mental Health Month. Because whether you like it or not, your dad was a man. If you have a brother, he's a man. There are many men around you in society. And hating men simply because they're men isn't right. That just makes you the filth. That makes you the piece of shish that nobody likes. On average, there are far more men in prison. There are far more men in poverty. There are far more men that commit suicide. And there are far more men that take on life-threatening jobs because it has to be done. Like, for example, underwater welding. It is a very dangerous job, and there's people that die on that job. Same thing with concrete. Men get hurt. Men are biologically more durable than women. Women are good at certain things over men, and that's fine. But the same goes for men. Men are better at some things like muscular work than women. That's just the law of biology. And no matter what you think or what you say, that's not going to change the facts. Placing down an apple and calling it an orange, or putting an orange peel on an apple, doesn't make it an orange. It just makes it that color, or gives it that label. That doesn't change anything. So stop looking into the void and start looking at the vibrant colors of trees and the grass around you. Stop being so concerned with the things that don't mean anything, that don't provide any substance in life. Don't get so caught up in the little things that honestly don't matter. And honestly, that's all I've got to say. Thank you all so much for watching. I pray to God that hopefully some people's eyes get opened that might watch this video. Hopefully we can drive society in a better direction and inspire the world to be a better place. I truly hope that. Thank you everyone who might have watched. Have a great day. Don't forget,